Hey everybody, it's Matt here, the TokuDragon, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the Ultra Q Blu-ray, officially released by Mill Creek in the US 3 years ago. Yeah, it's been 3 years since this came out, which is super weird. Like, what is going on with time? Now, I should mention that this is not the first time that Mill Creek did release this in the US. It was officially released on DVD first, but there were some issues with the licensing rights, so it's basically been retconned, technically, in a way. So this is the first release that they are, really promoting and pushing right now because the license has gotten through Subudaya. Also, by the way, I love this box art so much. I want to pick it up and take a look at it because, as you can see on the front here, of course, it says the classic series that started it all. But when you look at the design of just everything circling around Ultra Q, it kind of looks like a question mark, or really a Q, more so. But still, it's really cool. Looking at the spine here, Ultra Q there is in English, then the Japanese logo on the bottom, and then you can see it's actually starting a bit of a mural that will be finished by all of the other series in the Showa era. And so it's super cool. Looking at the back here, it says, for the next 30 minutes, your eyes will leave your body and arrive in this strange moment in time. The classic series that launched the Ultraman franchise, now available in high definition. I'm trying to do Sterling, but I feel like I sound like Zap Brannigan. After co-creating the iconic movie monsters Godzilla, Rodan and Mothra for Toho Studios, special effects director Eiji Tsuburaya launched his own company, Tsuburaya Productions. The first production under his new label was Ultra Q, a 28-episode series that brought the theatrical spectacle Tsuburaya had become known for to television. The black and white sci-fi drama focused on Mainichi Shimpo journalist Yuriko Edogawa, Hoshikawa Airlines pilot/SF writer Jun Manjome, and his co-pilot Ippei Togawa, who partnered to investigate mysterious events occurring in and around Japan. These phenomena often involved aliens and giant monsters, many of whom would return in future Ultraman shows and movies. One of the most expensive TV programs produced in Japan up to that time, Ultra Q was a ratings smash that paved the way for Tsuburaya Productions' first color series, Ultraman. But either way, though, looking at all of these monster designs, I'm actually super excited to see this. I never picked up the original DVD by, actually, I don't think it was by Mill Creek at the time. I think it might have been by Shout Factory. There was, I believe so, but my memory's a little bit hazy on that. But point is that I didn't pick it up, and you can now tell that I didn't. Sadly, there is no English dub for this, even though I'm pretty sure this was dubbed back in the day in the US, but sadly, it is not dubbed here. Oh my god, I believe that's Pigmon. And if it isn't, please correct me down below. I've only seen the first episode of the show. And looking at the back here, by the way, this is a fantastic shot. I would buy a poster of that immediately. Now, looking at the side here, as you can see, this is not really meant to be seen without the slipcover. They also gave a booklet as well that I'll be checking out right now, and I'm not going to go over the booklet too much. By the way, I, again, also love that too. I would buy a poster or a print of that and put that in a frame or something like that because it's just fantastic. And then here's the tagline, for the next 30 minutes, etc., etc. Really cool with the logo there. So it's interesting because, if you didn't know, yes, Ultraman did not start with Ultraman. It started with Ultra Q, kind of like a Twilight Zone, Outer Limits type of show that focused on a cast of characters seeing monsters every week and going, oh shit, oh fuck, etc., etc., without really having like an Ultraman character there. It's fascinating. And so I'm not going to go over too much of this booklet, just, I don't want to spoil anything that's in here, but I do think that it's really cool that there's actually write-ups in here talking about Eiji Tsuburaya. Also, there's some episode guides as well, and even some monster guides. So you can actually, or, kaiju guides. So it's actually really cool that you can get so much information here in a official legal set that really feels like you're not just kind of perusing on Wikipedia. It really feels like you can just have something handy to go to. We live in such an internet-focused age that if the internet goes down and you need to know something about Ultraman that you forgot, or in this case, of course, Ultra Q, you wouldn't have access to it unless, of course, you have this booklet right here, which I think is great. Also, this shot again is also fantastic. I'm loving the color grading. This is just gorgeous, outright gorgeous. Now, again, remember the show's in black and white, but still, looking at this right here, I'm definitely hyped to see this show. And I'm knocking here, as you can see, because it's not low quality paper. It definitely feels like some high quality stock for this. Now, looking at the discs themselves, they are definitely discs. There's 7 episodes. I don't really understand why you would put 7 Blu-ray quality episodes on a Blu-ray disc. I feel like that's a bit much, but they probably wanted to save some space because when it comes to buying multiple disc sets like these, it does, it does cost a lot of money for the publisher. So I'm assuming, I don't know why it's upside down. Let's turn this around to see them. I am assuming that they were like, maybe this one won't sell as much, so we'll add some more episodes per disc. That's pure speculation on my end, but I do wonder if they were worried about Ultra Q selling well, especially because it had already been released. So I want to see what's behind the discs. So of course we took out that little movie spree thing in the front there, and removing this disc here, we can see a monster that I'm familiar with by face but not by name. So please comment down below. Would love to hear about who this is before I start watching the show, as I definitely want to do a review of this on the channel in the near future. So that's everything you get when you buy the standard edition of the Ultra Q Blu-ray. And what's really cool is that, well, you could buy this through Mill Creek's website as well. I actually just bought this through Amazon, and when you look at the prices of Ultraman, and in this case of Where's Ultra Q, sets through Amazon, they're actually really freaking cheap. So I would highly suggest going through Amazon. There might be some issues with shipping quality, I'll just be frank there, but if you're getting a bundle order and it's in a bigger box, you'll probably be fine with it. I do think that when it comes to this particular material, the actual outer material, this type of, I guess you could technically call it a slipcover, even though it's not like up down, it's left right. Still, I do think that the quality is really good. You might notice a dent or something like that, but it definitely is not as bad as some of the slipcovers that we'll be talking about in future unboxings for those sets. This one is, again, very high quality, and I definitely recommend it if you're thinking of putting it on your shelf, but of course, I also recommend it, from what I've seen so far, as a show. Also, I believe that's Pigmon there, and it's a little scary that it, looks like him versus some other monsters on the right, but at least there, oh no. Oh no, there's two. There's two of them. No! 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 Please remember to like and subscribe. No!